So, it's been a while since I used some AirPods. The last time when I had a pair was back in like 2018, 19, something like that. It was the first generation of AirPods as far as I remember. That was when I had my iPhone XS. I liked them so much because they were not having those rubber caps and the sound was very good. In time, I realized that AirPods normally are quite expensive and they were focusing most of the features on the pros. But I did not like the pros because they were having rubber caps. So when I hear AirPods 4 without rubber caps, like the normal stuff with active noise cancelling, now in this first part of this video, I'm just going to be having a look at them, like the first look. I have no script, no anything. It's basically my first contact with this. I have to say I like the case quite a lot. USB-C, we have a small speaker, and one thing that I noticed, there's no more buttons here. It's just capacitive touchscreen right here. It took me a bit to figure out like how to connect it to the phone, and also it's not that responsive anymore, but you just need to connect them once and then they will work fine. So right now you just open them, take them out, and boom, it will appear right here that you are connected. It shows you the level, the battery level of both the case and the headphones themselves. And yeah, it's a very similar experience to what I remember. I haven't listened to anything yet. I haven't even tried the active noise cancelling. And believe it or not, I quite know a thing about ANC because I'm using this Sony XM4 on a daily basis, like at least 1 hour a day. I love them. The sound quality is quite good. They're big, obviously they're over ear, but the noise cancelling on them is top notch. You basically don't hear anything around you when you are playing music, even at low levels. So I really want to see how well these little guys are doing. Now, to be clear, I'm not expecting these AirPods to be even close to the Sonys or to the AirPods Pro because, well, physics, basically. You don't have anything to isolate your ear, so you risk letting sound getting around the headphone. If it cancels some noise there and makes everything more bearable around you, especially when there are like loud noises, in a city like Bucharest, that would be great. I've just put them on. I don't think I have any noise cancelling on from what I've seen. So basically when you connect them and then you go to the sound on your phone. Okay, they're not connected now. What happened? Do I need to open the case again? Close it. What happened? Oh, come on now. That's a good first experience, especially for an Apple device. What can I say? Okay, I'm going to open them again. I got the confirmation sound. If I play anything, will it work? Okay, it works. For some reason, oh, okay. So I have most of the options here. So noise control, conversation awareness, and spatialized stereo. I'm not really looking into that right now. What I'm interested in is to try the ANC right now. So we have two modes, adaptive and noise cancellation. Adaptive basically tries to figure out when to cancel noise and when to just leave it like that. And noise cancelling, you're basically telling the headphones to cancel them. For those of you who don't know, noise cancelling on headphones like this works like recording the sound coming from outside and then reversing the phase of it. That inversed phase sound will intersect with what your ears are hearing and it's supposed to cancel it. That's how it works basically. At the very first glance, it definitely reduces. I can already tell that this ear right here, the noise is cancelled better compared with this ear. So I have to adjust this headphone right now. Okay, this is better. It's not doing a lot, but it is doing something. If I'm going to the... Okay, this is a bit better. Yeah, this is a bit better right now. We also have transparency. Oh, okay, I see. So basically I press noise cancelling, yeah, but it will switch to transparency because it hears me speaking. That's interesting. Not something that I really like, but whatever. I guess it makes sense. If I just press noise cancelling again, Okay, so when it switched to transparency, I could feel the difference. Yeah, quite good actually. I'm impressed really. The white noise was not bothering me. Oh, okay. So conversation awareness. Ah, I see now. So I didn't pay attention. So basically, if conversation awareness is off, it will not switch to transparency when it hears me speaking. Okay, that's much better, at least for me. Now, for the sake of it, I'll just keep myself on transparency so I can actually hear myself. Transparency is quite interesting, I may say. It seems like it's recording me and playing my voice through the headphones. I heard a lot of people complaining about the fact that the headphones do not fit them. To me, they're quite fine. I actually like them. I barely feel them actually. So they're not falling. Yeah, I like them. But obviously, they're nothing if the sound is bad. Now, as far as I'm aware, AirPods are good when it comes to that. I mean, just to be clear, I'm a big fan of the EarPods, which are like 15 euros or something like that. Big fan of them. One of the best pair of headphones that I've ever used. I think I bought 3 of them in total just because I love them a lot. Let's try and play some music. I'll begin with lower volume, obviously. What should we try? Let's try some rock. Smells like Teen Spirit. Sounds like a good idea. Okay, I can hear myself at like 75% volume. And now this is max. I can't hear myself. It sounds great. I'm not really sure this is a good song to test the lows. I need to find a song which has a lot of like bass in it. What could that be? The song is Goosebumps by Travis Scott, the HVME remix. Okay, no bass whatsoever, which is normal, but I was expecting a bit more. Maybe it's my equalizer. Let's see. Because to be honest with you, with these headphones, the bass is a bit too strong to my taste. Equalizer. I mean, it was a bit reduced, but nothing too bad. Let's see now. Okay, it is much better now. I mean, at least you can hear it and it's accurate. It's quite hard for headphones like this, like in-ear headphones, to play back lows. It's like a rule of thumb. So the lower the frequency, the higher surface you need on your speaker. As I said, I'm not expecting a lot. I can hear it on these headphones. That's fine. Let's see how it plays like some guitar. Let's try Shape of My Heart. I want to hear the reverbs. Okay, I like it. I have spatialized stereo turned on as well, just so I can see if it helps. Doesn't really help. Not at this moment. I feel like it's not as soft as I want it to be. So when you play a song like Shape of My Heart, you really want it to be like, calm, you just want to sit back and relax, you want to listen to those chords, the reverbs, the voice and everything. You want to be relaxed. It's not something that you really dance a lot on. This song sounds very strong on these headphones. I guess that it's fine. It's also depending on your taste, but I prefer my Sonys when it comes to that. And trust me, my Sonys do not have the perfect sound either. Let's try... I think I want to try something from Muse, actually. Let's try Uprising. Here's the thing. When you have strong songs, it tries to balance everything. When you have soft songs, it will try to make them a bit brighter, a bit stronger. It kind of tries to like make everything sound the same. I don't think this is like the correct approach, but let's try other songs. Let's see, Wind of Change. Oh, this whistle doesn't sound right. In fairness, the whistle needs to sound soft. It does sound, but I don't know. It's just not there. Let's see the voice now. Okay, the voice sounds good, but it leaves the guitar behind. You know, maybe it's just me. I'm used with like, but no, I was listening to this song quite a lot of times on this phone, and I wasn't having like Dolby Atmos. It leaves that guitar behind, and I don't think that's good. Let me see the solo. Yeah, the specialized audio doesn't help either. When the solo kicked in, the guitar was good, like you could hear it properly, accurate and everything. I don't know. It does something when the voice is on. Let's try other music, other genres. Let's see some Eminem actually. Okay, let's see some Eminem. Let's see Houdini, because this is like a new song with newest production and mixing and mastering techniques. Oh my god, the snare is so strong. Now I believe that the voice is too soft. Maybe it's just the mixing techniques, and maybe that's just my fault. By no means I'm saying this headphones sound bad. On the contrary, the quality is like top notch, especially for this category. It's just not what I remember. Because look, with the AirPods, they haven't really invested in their quality anymore. So you're basically getting the same pair of headphones that you would have get like 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. They had only one thing to do, to make everything sound loud, as loud as possible for that pair of headphones, and you were just leaving the rest up to like the mixing engineers behind the songs that you were listening to. With today's headphones, basically you have some tuning going on behind production. For example, my Sony's, yeah, the XM4s, they're made specifically to like have a powerful and clear bass, but without affecting the voice, and they're doing a good job at that. I just don't like too much bass in my ears, so I have reduced the bass for them. Other than that, I can definitely hear some of the tuning that the companies are doing. They're trying to make songs sound as good as possible. Speakers like this, these are basically speakers, and speakers in general, they're trying to make everything sound as beautiful as possible. Whereas the studio monitors, they will try and make everything sound as accurate as possible. The first impression is quite good, to be completely honest with you. The noise cancelling is quite impressive. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Obviously, you can't compare it with this. Like, I think this is the industry standard right now. I mean, look at the differences. Yeah, so you can't compare them, and that is completely fine. For their size, they're doing an amazing job. I'm expecting the pros to be even better than that, and yeah, there's some sound escaping here and there, but that's fine. I mean, if you're looking for this form factor, go for it. I'll come back with part 2. Okay, now I'm ready to make a proper review for those of you who had the patience to go through my terrible first impressions, or those who just skipped to get here. I've been using this for 2 days, took them with me outside, to work, to walk, shops, trams and all, and now I have a clear opinion about them. Let's start with the battery life. It's not the best. only 4 hours with ANC on a normal day with me, which means around 45 minutes to work, another 45 minutes to get back home, another 20 to 30 minutes to stops or delays in the way. That makes around, let's say, more or less 2 hours a day. In this kind of scenario, you will not have any issues, as they will be in the case most of the time and get back to full. Together with the case, they will get up to 20 hours of battery life, more or less, which is decent, but still raises an issue. If you travel, those 4 hours won't be enough. You'll be in the airport at least 2 hours before the flight, then you'll spend extra hours on the flight itself. Depending on the case, obviously, but let's say that this is the best scenario, though. 4 hours is a stretch, so most of the time you will need to charge them at least once, and that's not really convenient. In case you travel a lot, I recommend something bigger, like the XM4s or even the AirPods 2 Pro, if you have shorter flights for the latter. In terms of charging, we got USB-C and wireless charging. It is not MagSafe compatible though, but come on, it is not a big deal if you ask me. Just use that one cable that fits all your devices and you will be fine. Sound quality is quite good overall. At first I tried to listen them side by side with my studio monitors, which are not tuned to emphasis on sounding beautiful. They need to play the sound as accurate as possible, excluding the lows, but that's another subject. I quickly gave up on that idea though, because it does not really make sense to compare headphones with speaker in this kind of situation. I mean, yes, we can check how accurate they are like this, but we need to hear the overall quality in tuning here. So, what did I discover? High frequencies can be harsh at times, not so bad, mostly on songs like Set Fire to the Rain or Send Me an Angel. Not the end of the world though. Coming down to the mids, I could feel sibilance a bit more, at least compared to what I'm used to. Overall though, the mids and high mids sound pretty good, like that's the best spot for these headphones. Low frequencies, well, not a lot to talk here. And it is normal. As I mentioned, it is hard for such a small piece of technology to play back anything under 200 Hz. I mean, yes, you can tune them to put more accent to that area, but it will sound crappy, to be completely honest, and realistic. Having all of this in mind, I would say the sound quality is quite good. $200 good? Maybe not. But if we consider the ANC, things might get a bit more balanced. Let's talk about it. First things first, I know these headphones will not fit every ear, but people normally already know what fits them or what they prefer. For me, it was fine. I had a decent experience with ANC, and in order to talk about it, you need to consider the form factor, because you need the headphones to isolate your ears to block any external signals that might come in. And these, they do their best, and it works until you move your head a bit more often. It is quite easy to move them as there is no specific grip or silicone/rubber cap to seal them and just stay put. And this can create issues really. Sometimes it was fine, not happening so often, but sometimes you just can't make them stay put for more than 10 seconds. A bit back and forth for me, but I guess it's because I'm not really used with this form factor anymore. Even though I remember that the simple AirPods were suiting me quite well, even better than these headphones. All in all, it takes a bit of time to learn and get used to them. ANC, when working properly, better than expected, and it actually does a pretty good job. Not as good as my XM4s, but come on now, do we really want to compare them to that? As for other features, there's transparency, which works as expected, much better than expected actually, and the spatialized audio, which again works pretty well, even though to me it was not making that huge of a difference. I have to be honest though, I did not really put a lot of focus on that. Another cool feature is that you can nod your head to answer or decline a call, and I believe this is a nice touch. As for the controls, you have some basic touch gestures, but not swipe, and I would say that it is enough to control them at a basic level, as long as you do not mind to do that from your phone most of the time. You also have a tracking feature which helps you find them when they're lost in the house. It will not indicate the direction precisely, it will just tell you how close you are to them. Fair enough, what can I say? You can't have them all at this price point. Not for Apple. The mics are also amazing, best recording quality I've heard in a while from headphones like this. Listen to this short sample and let me know what you think. And that's pretty much it from my end. Overall, I like these headphones a lot. They do very well, sound good, they don't have the best battery life, and it will take some time for you to get used to them. You'll get one of the best call experience and decent quality in all aspects. Now, I want to hear your opinion on these headphones. Do you think they are worth $200, or do you think it is a stretch and maybe the simple variant is a better deal? There's also AirPods 2 Pro, which have a better noise cancellation. So what would you choose between these three options? Also, if you know other brands, other headphones which can compete with these ones at around the same price point, let me know. I'll try and get them and test them here. I'm waiting for your answers and feedback down below in the comment section. That's the video. I hope you liked it and I hope you found it useful. As always, I'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.